Any compression spring, whether it be wire wound or machined, with one single start or one continuous coil, under compressive load due to the geometry of the helix, will tend to want to lean or bend laterally. We fitted each one of these springs with a ball bearing on top to show that under compression, the springs will want to tend to bend laterally, except for the third spring has a multi-start flexure, which mitigates that lateral bending. Any compression spring with a spiral or helical shaped flexing element under compression will have one end of the spring want to rotate relative to the other, which is an undesired effect. Here's an example of a single start machine spring under compression on a thrust bearing. The second example is a double start machine spring with a higher pitch, which will actually want to rotate more. Since this is an undesired effect in most applications, we are able to completely mitigate the end-to-end rotation by machining both a left-hand and right-hand flexure into the same part, keeping both ends clocked perfectly. When describing the available attachment methods on wire wound springs, they are extremely limited. The end termination of the coil can be ground flat, bent into a tab or a tang, a hook or a hoop. When it comes to machine spring attachment methods, there's unlimited possibilities. Here is a variety of our custom machine torsion springs with custom attachment interfaces for the customer's assemblies. We can do any millable feature to interface what the customer needs on their mating parts. We can do expanded flanges, pinholes, bolt circles, threaded bolt circles, tabs, tangs. Any way that the customer needs to hold on to the springs, we can machine the interface into the end of the part. In both opened end and closed coil end configurations, where the customer can specify a torsional rate, a torque at a deflection, or a deflection at a specified torque. Here is a custom machined spring with a double start flexure for oil and gas exploration, where it's used downhole with lots of corrosive fluids. We've used MP35N as the material for a very high corrosion resistance and a very high yield strength. Here's a custom torsion spring that works as a U-joint. It's used for a medical drill for hip surgery. It allows transmittal of torque at a 90-degree angle. This is a custom machine torsion spring used for semiconductor wafer manufacturing. The customer required an expanded flange and threaded bolt circles as the attachments. Here's a custom machined torsion spring used in a military defense application where the customer required extended tabs past the end faces for the interface in their assembly. At Helical Products, the method we use to cut the helical flexure into our parts does not include water jet or EDM. It is a proprietary machining process that we've had under lock and key for 65 years. At Helical Products, we have a wide array of materials available to manufacture our parts in. Primarily 17.4 and 15.5 precipitant hardened stainless steels, Mar aging C250, C300, and C350, exotic materials like Carpenter's Custom 455 and MP35N. We have the 300 series stainless steels, engineered plastics such as Delrin, fiberglass impregnated epoxies like Ultim 2300, and aluminum such as 7075 T6 and 7075 T73. At Helical Products, we service several industries, primarily including aerospace, military defense, semiconductor, medical, cryogenics, energy exploration, general industrial, as well as many others.